Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another episode. So this is what we're working on today, or for the next couple of days. We're gonna have to tear everything out of it, gut the car, take off our bumpers, our tail lights, basically all the plastic, the whatever windows are left, we'll have to get rid of them, strip it down. We'll eventually get a little roll cage in it. I got a front end for it because it's gonna need a front end, like a tube style. Kind of, I don't know if it's off a old hobby stock car or something like that. We're gonna throw on it and get it rigged up. But here's a little walk around. Now, this is the good side. I mean, this door opens and shuts like brand. This one, not even close. It doesn't close. You can just pull it open. It's not actually latching. The sunroof, it's a little bent. And we walk around the front. This frame rail that you see was actually back here. I pulled it out about a foot. I just took right here, you can actually see the dent right there. That was where a log chain was, and I just tied it to an old junk pickup. I just kept pulling and pulling until the log chain broke, and you can see up under there, that bolt is actually supposed to go up here. So we're actually only about an inch or so off. So we're actually doing pretty good there. But it's got a broken axle from the accident too. And there's the other half right in there. So I've had one for probably a year and a half since I bought the car. This fender is pretty much untouched, which is, I mean, yeah, because then we go to here. Oof. And yes, there was somebody in the car. What we got here is I started pulling our broken CV shaft out. I got a rotor, our super awesome tire we had on there, caliper, everything down. I got the spindle nut off, or axle nut off. It's stuck. Before I got really mad, did anything stupid and got wild and smashed a stud or something and really made me mad, I just went ahead and started working on something else. So I come up to here, we tore out our radiator, what was left of our fans, and what was left of our AC system here. So this is most of the AC, plugs in down to your AC compressor here, and it runs clear up and around to what you can see is cut off there and the one right below it. I just got all that stuff out of the way. The less stuff you have up front, the more cushion you have if you were to hit something before you start snapping plug wires or coil wires off. So we got all that out. This guy you see is kind of flat now, was about up to here. So I took my hammer and beat her down for a while just to help get the radiator out. And I got it beat back over because it was pushed in and up. You can see we got quite a gap that we got to make something out of. So that's our main engine computer. It's just kind of hanging there with a bunch of broken wires. I don't know what you can see them. There's broken wires and broken wires. So I'm assuming that's probably why it's not running very well either. So we'll take care of that. And we got another lot of broken wires over here. Broken and stripped and burnt. It looks like there might have been a little fire. That's all melted plastic. That could have been from me too earlier, I don't know. But we don't need any of this. This is all just headlights, fog lights, turn signals, airbags. Obviously those aren't going to work anymore. We don't need them. The only thing we need out of this harness is this guy right here, which is going to be our fans. And it actually runs up outside of the car, so we're going to fix that. We're just going to run them straight down to where the battery sat. The battery can't sit here anymore. It's just the rules of the race because they don't want to hit and then acid leaking everywhere. So the battery sits inside of the car. So we'll have to take all of our... where are they at? What do I do with them? Well, there's one of them. There's our battery cables. We'll have to run those back somewhere inside of the car. I don't think it'll actually fit over here on this car because obviously there's not really a passenger side of the car. So we'll probably end up putting it in the back seat. And then, I don't know what we'll do with the gas tank yet either. But I just figured I'd catch you up on where we're at because I didn't record anything. And like I'm just starting to do this stuff, so you're gonna have to give me a little of a break here. But you can see this motor mount is supposed to be lined up with that back there, and it's shifted over because this motor mount is broke. There's one back over there that's broke. This one I took off, and this one down here is missing. So the engine's basically sitting Right. Oh, let's get over here better. It's actually sitting right there on the aluminum cradle, not on a mount. And then I think the rack is kind of smashed in the back too, but I think I'm gonna take a break from this for a little while because I think I got a good list of what I need so far. Here's our pile of trash so far. And no, I'm not saving any of it. It's been sitting out in the rain. There's the mouse nest that come out of it. Only one so far, so for a year and a half, that's not too bad. Yeah, all that. There's our headliner. You look inside, we got this door panel off. I couldn't figure out how to get the seat out yet, so I might get angry with that later. But I'll show you what an airbag looks like. If you've never seen an airbag, this is your side curtain airbag. Now, that guy right there holds all the pressure. And when the sensors tell it to go off, no, I don't know where the sensor's at exactly. That's your pressure tube, and that inflates this bag. And you can tell it's cut. It used to come clear down to here. And that goes all the way up across to up there. Passenger one, it's the same thing. It goes all the way up and across. Hey guys, so it's the next day. Been working a little bit, getting a little sweaty. I got the driver's seat most of the way. I'll show you what we're working with here. So again, we got our back seat out, our headliner out, but here is our seat track. Now, to get a seat out like this, it depends if it's power or manual. This one was a power seat, and they slide back and forth on these tracks. Bolt under the back of these. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but you can see that that seat is actually sitting down like that because the floor is buckled right here. So this seat is leaned in, and then this seat is leaned in. And the center console was smashed in the middle. I just ended up taking a hammer and smashing the middle of it out. But I could not get the seat to move back and forth on these tracks because it's so twisted. So what we ended up having doing is actually cut the seat apart. Look at like a actual racing seat instead of the factory ones. But you can see we're coming along pretty well. We're gonna leave the dash in it. I want my radio to work. So it's nice to have a radio when you're racing. Let me know what I need to do different. Filming wise, I've been trying to have my ugly mug in here more so it makes you feel better about yourself. But I'll show you what we got going on real quick. We got it gutted. All the nuts and bolts I've been saving. I save all them for random cars that come in that need them. But let me crawl in here real quick. I can kind of show you. Here's what we got. There's still one little seat track over there that I can't quite get, but carpet's gone, interior's gone, seats are gone. I was gonna show you real quick how lucky we were on this. So this right here is your fuel pump wiring. That runs your fuel pump. So if we follow this back all the way down under the seat belt, around to right there, where our door is smashed in. And if you look right here, the wiring's actually cut. So somewhere between here and here, it's cut, but our fuel pump is still working. Got really lucky there. And the same thing goes for up here. I don't know how well we can see, but if you look right there, I can't reach any further than this, is all of our fuses for our stuff over there. And you see the door is gone right there. So we got lucky there too. But that's just how bad of a hit this car took. And for this guy to walk away with what he had is a miracle. And if you look at our floor right here, this is the driver's side, and that is buckled hard right here. I mean, the whole floor, you can see where it's all cracked out. You look right here, just from here to here is over a good couple inches. And you can see it separated the body here. It creased our floor right here and there, and just basically all across the car. If you look back in the trunk, it's actually creased right here too. And on a unibody car, this is extremely difficult to do. To have this much damage through the center and the driver's side of the car when the passenger side took the hit. I mean, you just look how far that door is in. How buckled up our sunroof is right there. I mean, you can tell from there to there is just, it just keeps going up, and that's actually the side of the car. But I figured I'd just share that with you guys real quick, because I think we're done with this episode. I'll show you what we got loaded into here. Is just out of the passenger side of the car and the carpet, and you just see how packed full that is of just plastic and carpet and sound deadener and little chunks of just everything. And then there's our please drive carefully, and there's all of our plastic mats that was in them. There's one right there, there's another one right there. You just, yeah, an entire pickup load of just stuff that was out of just the passenger side seat and then the carpet. The rest of it we cleaned up already, and we already took another load, but that's what's left already. So I'll leave you guys with that. I think we'll probably end up going to the scrap yard, to the local salvage yard, where you go pick out your own parts, the cars. Hopefully they have an LS car in there, but I figured that'll probably be a different episode, so stay tuned and watch for that one. I don't know if it's going to be on there or not, but we'll try for it. So we'll see you on the next one, guys.